The scene is Cleo and Patrick sit inside Patrick's old, slightly beat-up car at the drive-in movie theater. The night is warm, and the windows are rolled down to let in the cool evening breeze. The large movie screen ahead glows dimly, showing previews. Cleo sits in the passenger seat with a blanket draped over her legs, munching on popcorn. Patrick leans back in the driver's seat, soda cup in hand, looking relaxed. They're casually talking over the soft hum of cars around them, waiting for the main feature to start. Cleo, leaning forward, animated. So you know about the old psychology experiment with baby Albert, right? Patrick, taking a sip of his soda. Baby Albert? You mean Fat Albert? Cleo, laughing, tossing a popcorn kernel at him. No, not Fat Albert. I'm talking about Baby Albert. You know, the poor kid in the experiment. Patrick, chuckling. Oh, yeah, right. The one where he's like, hey. And Cleo, laughing even harder. No, not that one. I swear, you always get this mixed up. This was an actual baby, a real experiment back in the 1920s. They conditioned him to be afraid of animals like rats, big rats. Whenever he saw a white rat, they made this loud, horrible noise, and it scared him. Over time, he cried whenever he just saw a rat, even without the noise. Patrick, raising an eyebrow. Okay, so let me get this straight. He just freaked out this poor baby every time he saw a rat. That sounds like a nightmare, but what's it going to do to Pavlov's dog and the bell thing? Cleo, smiling. Well, not directly, but it's the same idea. Pavlov's dogs were taught to associate a sound, a bell, with food. So, eventually, just hearing the bell made them salivate because they thought food was coming. With baby Albert, they paired the rat with a loud noise, so he started associating rats with fear. Patrick, nodding thoughtfully. Oh, I get it now. So, Pavlov rings the bell, and the dog's over there drooling, waiting for chow. But with baby Albert, they don't give him treats, they just scare him. Cleo, nodding. Exactly. Poor kid ended up terrified of anything fluffy. And it wasn't just rats. He became a rabbit, afraid of rabbits, fur coats, even a Santa Claus mask. The whole experiment was kind of cruel if you think about it. Patrick grinning. Wait, so if Santa showed up with a big fluffy beard, this kid would just lose it? Cleo, laughing. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they really conditioned him to fear anything soft and furry. It's sad, really. Today, it's to be considered unethical to do that kind of experiment. Patrick, leaning forward, mock concerned. So what you're telling me is every time baby Albert saw a stuffed animal or a bunny, he'd freak out? But no treats involved. No cookies, no nothing. Cleo, giggling. Nope, no treats. Just trauma. No wonder people talk about how messed up the experiment was. Patrick, waving his hand dismissively. See? Pavlov's dog had it made. They hear a bell, they drool, and bam, food. I hear a bell, I'd be drooling too if I knew pizza was coming. But baby Albert, man, they just scared the poor guy for fun. What kind of reward is that? Cleo, laughing. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the best setup for him. I guess they weren't thinking so much about long-term effects on back then. Patrick, grinning. Well, if I was baby Albert, sorry, Fat Albert, I'd be expecting some serious compensation, like I'm getting scared out of my mind every time I see a bunny, and at least give me a lifetime supply of Snickers or something. Cleo, laughing, shaking her head. First of all, not Fat Albert, and second of all, I'm pretty sure there were no Snickers in the 1920s. Poor kid didn't even get candy out of it. Patrick, mock, shocked. No Snickers? This story keeps just getting worse. Next you'll tell me he never got to meet Santa without having a meltdown. Cleo, laughing. No, no Santa. Just a lifetime of irrational fear of fluffy things. Imagine going through life afraid of stuffed animals. Patrick, playfully shaking his head. Yeah, that's it. I'm officially on Team Pavlov. At least the dog got something out of it. Baby Albert just got scared for life. What failed out? What did Fat Albert get again? Cleo grinning. Patrick, I swear, if you call him Fat Albert one more time. Patrick, laughing, raising his hands in mock surrender. Okay, I'll stop. I get it. Baby Albert. Loud noises, fluffy things, no pizza. Cleo, smirking, finally. Took you long enough. Patrick, leaning back, crossing his arms. So, what's the moral of the story here? Scare the baby? Feed the dog? Cleo, chuckling. I think the moral is maybe don't traumatize babies just to prove a point. And maybe don't mess up names in psychological experiments. Patrick, grinning. Or always bring snacks, right? That's what Pavlov would have done.